Hello everyone. I got disconnected from my video because of some technical glitch. I was showing you the Tomcat deployment, and I created I have done the Maven build for the jar file. Now, while starting the server, it got disconnected. So again, I created this video to finish the session. Here, let's go and see the Java archive running and giving us the output. Before that, what I will do, before that, I will show you the log in Tomcat folder, which I have not shown you, right? I missed to show you. Let me share my screen. Yeah, so my screen is here. And, let's go back to the log file. See, this is the log file. This is the log file, right? This is the log file, which if you see the path, POC Java project, no, not this one, another file will be there. Yeah. This is, if you see the path here, right? In the starting of the path, Apache Tomcat 11.0 m2 pin log app.log. You see here the logs are there. It is 1742. That time when I was showing you the, when I was showing you the running of application. That time now, right? So this is logging aspect. This is after advice for all, and we'll have one for before advice also. You see before advice and after advice. This is the log which is coming from before advice and after advice. Let's go back to the console. I will show you about the Java running, right? Here I have done the build. Let's go to the target folder once. Close this guy. Let's go to the target folder. I close this Tomcat one because we have seen it now. Go to the this yeah, target folder. That time I started the server and got disconnected, so log files are generated. Let me clean this to have a new set of log file. The same simple command, java -jar and the file name. Sometime what happens, no, this technical glitch happens and I have to create one more video to finish this session. Yeah, the server is starting. Let's wait. This is the URL, right? This is the URL. If you see initially when we were running with Tomcat, the URL was Spring Annotation REST API and 0.0.1 snapshot. This is the URL we had. Now, when we are running with this Java archive embedded Tomcat, we need not require to have the application context name here. I need to remove the Tomcat. This embedded Tomcat started, the server started, embedded server. Let's remove this, from this URL. Yeah. And the port number is 8080. Tomcat port was 8081, right? So I'll hit the same ID. It will fetch my wife's record. It's searching. Yeah, it fetched my wife's record. See here. So it is there. Now let's go back to the console, Madhusmita Sahu. I will fetch my record also to show you that, see, it is fetching from the backend. So let's go to the console now, or the thing here. If you see here the logging aspects are there, right? The logging aspects are here, and we can always, you can see how the Java archive is also running. Now let's go back. I will fetch one more record here to show you. So let's go back to the table. Right. Yeah. So I'll get my record. So I here did a hit with my ID. It's searching in backend. Let's go to the Also, sometimes this will pay. See, it got my ID 82, first name Satyananda, last name Sahu, full name Satyananda Sahu. People call me Satya. You all also can call me Satya. Yes, 44 gender male, right? So I am able to get my record, my wife's record. If you go back to the console, you will see the same thing. The logging aspects are coming. That means this is a new, new application which is built and deployed. If you come to the log file, log file is also generated, right? Log file is also generated, but why it is showing zero? Let open this file. Open with, yeah. See here, the log files are displaying, right? Yes. See here the time 18, 20, 21, right? This is just some time back we have run this the logging aspects are here, right? This is after advice logging, and if you go to top, it is before advice logging. See, this is how you can add your logging aspects to the application. Hmm. So I have shown you both the approaches, your web archive and Java archive. Web archive is where and this Java archive. I've shown you both the approaches. You can always take the approach you want to do or you want to see. Uh, Both the approaches I have shown you. See, coming back to Eclipse. Now, if you see this Spring annotation REST API is totally annotation way, nowhere the application context XML is used. It is purely annotation based Spring application. Now, it depends on you when you are developing, when you are coding, what kind of application you need. Either you need a application context XML, XML way, XML approach, or you need annotation approach. It depends on your design, low level design. Accordingly, you can code your program and you can deploy. At architect level, always there is a high level architectural diagram and there is always a high low level architectural design. When you go with high level architectural design, right, you will have the server level design, infrastructure level design, deployment level design. When you come to the low level architectural design, basically you will have class design, database design, right? And in class, you'll have property and behavior design, which happens before coding, right? So these designs, based on these designs, you go and write your program and deploy it. Your architecture or the architect who is designing it, based on him only, based on the business need, you can go with XML and annotation based. I will give you in my past, our business requirement was to have a plug and play application. Here also you can have plug and play. Properties file is there in annotation base. You want to plug Oracle database. You in data source you configure Oracle database information in application properties file. Your application will start connecting to Oracle database rather connecting to MySQL database. I will show you that in one of the session where I will have maybe MySQL database or PostgreSQL database, and I will show you how you can connect to PostgreSQL database, right? By just changing the configuration. I'll show you in this. See, it's only about the database now I'm talking, which are generic configuration. The database configuration is a generic configuration, or maybe some other configuration which is generic. That application properties file is you can configure and you can make it plug and play. But when there is no generic configuration, I'll give you the example of mine. In case of mine, it was not a generic configuration. In client desktop, we will have Nikon camera, we will have Canon camera, we will have the cameras from different vendor capturing portrait. And, and we should allow our application to configure camera type based on this. When you plug the camera, it should pick that camera configuration and start that camera capturing the portrait of a person. This is I'm talking about a driver license project where I was working for a government organization for a kind of if you talk about India, I have not worked for India, but I'm giving an example. If you talk about our regional transport office, similar, some transport department of different countries government, different countries government, different country government transport department. I was working for a project for a driver license. We have different desktop for different users. Someone to capture the portrait for registration. Someone has to capture the portrait for verification. Someone has to capture the portrait for managing the case created for that particular driver registration. So each desktop will have a different set of camera or different vendor camera, and that should be configured plug and play without starting the server. So what we used to have at that time, we used to configure all this in properties file. These are custom configuration. We used to configure all this in properties file, and Spring Contest System will read this properties file, these values based on the plugged in camera. It will load the DLL, and accordingly it will capture the image. This is for the camera for the front end. And in backend, always we used to have a callback URL. We used to configure our application used to talk to multiple other web servers or web applications, and they will have a callback URL. We will have always a callback URL to verify the request and the response, right? So this callback URL sometimes it keep changes, and when we are talking to other web services, these URLs also keep sometimes keep changing. So what we do, we configure all these URL in properties file. Initially, we had configured it in application context XML, and that application context XML was not inside the Java archive or jar file. It was always outside, in a shared libraries. And whenever application will load these or initialize, it will read this application context XML from the shared libraries. So later we remove this from application context XML to a properties file, and whenever we want to change, we'll change this properties file. And application context, whenever it's initializing these particular values, each time it will go and read the properties file to load the values and initialize the URL for sending the request to the services. So in this way, what happened? Let's say tomorrow the URL of callback URL or maybe the URL of another server is changed. We go and change it in properties file. No need to start and stop our server and modify it in application context file. Right. So this way we used to have our custom configuration using the XML file for the so at the service level or at the desktop client level. Now it depends on you how you are designing your application, what kind of plug and play approach you are taking for your application, what kind of business needs you have, how you are going to deploy, and what kind of features are going to give to the customers based on their business need. So it again depends on you what kind of design you are doing and what style you are following, XML stack or annotation stack. Spring supports both the style till date, and in future I think Spring will support both the styles. So it depends on you what style you are following. Now coming back to so see, I am trying to use my time in a best way. So I don't have a job. I'm looking for a job. I'm trying to share my knowledge what I have with you all so that you can learn from this and you can grow. If you are actually watching, it's not these videos I'm uploading onto YouTube for students, for learners, for freshers, those who want to learn more than basics. Whatever information I'm giving, it is more than basics. You just learn it, and you can learn yourself from that particular basic, from that information, and you can grow higher. These videos are only not for you. These videos are also for my reference in future. If I want to see something, there's something I missed, let me go and check. I can definitely look into my videos and I can, recall this thing in future if needed. Now, if you want to connect me, you can always reach out to me through my mail ID satya.sahu@gmail.com. You can always connect me on the LinkedIn, https, that is linkedin.com/in/Satyananda. You can always call me on my cell 9986488396. Right? You can always call in my cell, and my YouTube channel is @Satya_S43. See, on YouTube description, you will find my mail ID and my LinkedIn. You will not find my phone number. I'm sharing it to you. You can always call me on my phone. If you call me, if you want to learn something from me, you can always call me. Since I am idle now, I don't have any job. I'm applying for job. Until unless I get a job, I will be idle. I'm trying to use my time in the best way. If you call me and want to learn me, my time will be used in a better way, right? And while we are discussing one-to-one session or maybe having a session with a group of people, the thing is your knowledge will grow and I will also learn from you, you will learn from me. This is the these technical sessions. You will have some information, I will have some information. Sharing sharing the knowledge. When you share the knowledge, your knowledge always grow. It won't, you won't lose, or it won't go down. It won't always, it won't decrease. It always increase. Your knowledge always increase in size. It grow in, what do you say, it increase in size. It grow more and more. It's never get reduced. So this is the my information. You can connect using this information to me. I will end this session here. Maybe in future, next session, I will show you this connecting to another database. Oracle database is a heavier installing on my system. It might make my system close. I will see any standalone database like PostgreSQL or something. I will show you that how you can connect to Postgres only by changing in the properties file or maybe by in application context XML. And also I will see in person table, we have only one person table. I will try to create an address table, attach the address, and I will show that address, how the address details are fetched from the backend along with person. So here I will end today's session. And thank you everyone for watching my videos on YouTube. If you want to learn more or you want to know something from me, kindly comment on the description. If you don't like my videos, anything you don't, any part of my videos you don't like, you can comment on my description, or comment, you can comment on my YouTube video. I will definitely try to, you know, uh, make it more better for you all. Thank you everyone.